Welcome to Dinar Community, your reliable destination for real-time currency intelligence, revaluation analysis, and market updates centered around the Iraqi Dinar IQD, Vietnamese Dong VND, and the broader financial shifts transforming our global economy. Today may represent a defining moment, not just for investors and currency watchers, but for international policymakers, institutions, and global stakeholders closely following the evolution of emerging markets. A new financial era is unfolding, one where undervalued currencies begin to redefine wealth preservation and strategic growth. What was once dismissed as fringe speculation, the revaluation of currencies like the IQD and VND, has now entered serious economic dialogue. With increasing validation from reputable analysts and growing institutional interest, it's becoming clear that a structural transformation is underway in the global financial system. This shift is pushing investors to reevaluate not only their portfolios, but their assumptions about currency legitimacy, geopolitical shifts, and the long-term viability of decentralized and sovereign monetary systems. For years, the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong were viewed through a speculative lens, carrying the hopes of investors banking on eventual reforms, modernization, and international recognition. But today, according to the respected analyst Frank26, known for tracking macroeconomic signals and central bank policy, a bold confirmation has emerged. The IQD is reportedly valued at $4.58, and the VND at 3.77. Once regarded as rumor, these rates are now gaining traction as potentially verified benchmarks, supported by observed institutional activity and public acknowledgement. The online investor space, Telegram, Discord, and private forums, is now buzzing with movement, questions, and repositioning strategies. But this development is about more than just opportunity. It signals a potential financial turning point for countries long seen as economically fragile. Consider this: 100 Iraqi dinars may now equate to $458, an extraordinary return for early adopters. But more importantly, it's a symbolic confirmation of Iraq's rising credibility and financial progress. Iraq's transformation didn't happen overnight. Behind the headlines of instability was a deliberate strategy of reform: tightened banking regulations, inflation control, surging oil exports, and digital modernization, all coordinated by the Central Bank of Iraq. These steps have set the stage for the IQD's revival as a currency of strength and legitimacy. The implications are profound. A stronger dinar means improved trade terms, increased foreign investment, and restored national purchasing power. It sends a clear message: Iraq is no longer a nation on the economic periphery. It's stepping forward as a credible financial player in the Middle East and beyond. Since the early 2010s, Iraq has made notable progress, partnering with global institutions like the IMF and World Bank, modernizing financial systems, and elevating transparency and economic governance. Much of this occurred quietly, beneath the noise of political discourse. But the results are now tangible: a more stable currency, improving credit ratings, and a viable foundation for growth. Frank26's latest confirmation has triggered real attention, not only from retail investors but also from institutions reassessing long-dismissed assets. This isn't speculative frenzy, it's the outcome of methodical economic advancement. Iraq's journey now stands as a case study in national revival and monetary recalibration. And Vietnam is not far behind. Often overshadowed in the revaluation conversation, the VND's reported new value of 3.77 reflects Vietnam's own impressive rise, powered by industrial expansion, trade diversification, and savvy macroeconomic management. Vietnam has spent decades strengthening its position in global manufacturing, attracting foreign direct investment, and embedding itself in multinational supply chains. As global companies diversify away from China, Vietnam has become a preferred destination. Now, with enhanced infrastructure and financial growth, its currency is finally being re-evaluated. A $1,000 investment in VND under the reported rate could yield tens of thousands in return. But more importantly, this signals international recognition of Vietnam's financial evolution. No longer just a low-cost exporter, Vietnam is being acknowledged as an economic engine in Southeast Asia with real digital innovation potential. Digital finance, blockchain, and central bank digital currencies (CBDCs) are accelerating these trends. Both Iraq and Vietnam are moving toward digitized currency systems, motivated by efficiency, transparency, and alignment with global digital commerce. As these countries transition from cash-heavy systems, their reported revaluation rates could become anchors for their future digital currencies. Iraq, still largely cash-based, is laying the groundwork for mobile banking and digital payment systems. Vietnam is ahead in adoption, with blockchain pilots and financial inclusion projects expanding nationwide. These efforts hint at a dual-currency future, where physical and digital currencies coexist, ensuring both modernization and economic stability. On the institutional front, the world is paying attention. Banks are reportedly updating Forex systems, and currency analysts are reassessing prior assumptions. From hedge funds to pension portfolios, the conversation is shifting. The IQD and VND are no longer seen as speculative novelties, but as emerging pillars in a redefined monetary order. This evolution is more than data, it's a narrative of persistence. Iraq and Vietnam have endured conflict, sanctions, and global skepticism. But through reform, modernization, and resilience, they've now entered the spotlight as examples of what's possible when a nation commits to transformation. The reported valuation of the IQD at $4.58 isn't just a windfall, it's a validation of Iraq's reform efforts, signaling improved trade leverage, enhanced citizen purchasing power, and greater fiscal capacity for the government. It reshapes Iraq's role in regional alliances and makes it a more attractive partner for international investors. Meanwhile, the physical dinar remains in circulation during Iraq's digital transition. The central bank has confirmed that paper dinars will remain valid, ensuring continuity for citizens and investors alike. A gradual, phased approach is underway, supporting a hybrid model of cash and digital finance that mirrors successful transitions in other economies. As Iraq prepares for broader digital integration, including the potential launch of a digital dinar, it will likely implement education campaigns, pilot programs, and partnerships to build public trust. This shift isn't just about modernization, it's about inclusion, economic access, and long-term stability. For holders of IQD and VND, the time to act wisely is now. Authenticate notes, stay connected with your bank, consult tax professionals, and document all activity. Be cautious of scams, seek licensed financial advice, and understand that real value comes from strategic decision-making, not impulsive reactions. This is not just another update, it's a generational milestone. Those who've held currency through years of doubt may now be on the cusp of one of the most significant financial moments in modern history. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, questions, and strategies in the comments. And most importantly, subscribe, enable alerts, and stay tuned to Dinar community for ongoing coverage. We are committed to keeping you informed with the latest updates, real-time analysis, and trusted perspectives. Frank26's reported confirmation of the IQD and VND valuations is more than a number, it's a declaration. A shift is happening, and our community will navigate it with clarity, caution, and confidence. This is more than currency. It's recognition, it's renewal, it's reform. The path forward is no longer speculation, it's becoming reality. Like and subscribe for more videos.